The administrative burdens of corporations versus LLCs. This is often one of the major considerations in which form of business entity you choose. Now, some administrative burdens of owning and managing a business are going to be very similar between a corporation and LLC. You're going to have your basic corporate filings with the state, you're going to have tax filings, you're going to have licenses and permits. You're going to have insurance and other things. So much of the core stuff between a corporation and LLC is very similar. But your internal affairs, how your business is run, is usually very different under corporate law versus LLC law. For instance, a corporation generally defaults to having a board of directors. So you're going to have a number of people involved in the ownership, management, control of the business. Through the board of directors will be the control of the data of all the affairs, the strategic direction. Day to day will be the officers. Owners, of course, will have generally have stock and stock certificates in a corporation. So that looks very different than an LLC, where you typically have members. Those members may or may not have stock and stock certificate. They'll usually just have membership interests, ownerships in the LLC. But then the management in an LLC can either be managed or member managed. And typically, if you look at LLC statutes, they don't have the same formalities around meetings, meeting timing, and other things that you see for a corporation. So it's much more flexible and evolving. So administratively, what you'll generally find is most people find the LLC easier to do, and not having some of the corporate requirements that are typically required for corporations, such as an annual meeting, shareholder votes, uh, tabulating who the shareholders are, sending out notices. A lot of the administrative stuff that comes with the internal affairs of a corporation are much simpler in an LLC. So a lot of people are running small businesses where a lot of that formality just takes time and energy and doesn't add as much value. Will prefer the LLC. Now, as you get bigger, what you'll find is the corporation law does seem to fit very well with bigger companies, right? There you already have tabulations of shareholders. It's easier to send those notices. A board really makes sense in a bigger company to have that level of oversight. But in smaller companies, typical of privately held family businesses or businesses where an entrepreneur is growing a business and maybe bringing in some business partners, a lot of times the LLC makes sense. Are you debating between LLCs and corporations? Drop your questions below. Would love to see them. But remember, YouTube comments are not confidential, so don't put anything there you don't want the public seeing or that is very specific to your business. Hope you check out our library of past videos, and make sure you subscribe to this channel because we'll be bringing you more tips about business, business law, and the future of business. Look forward to seeing you in the comments, and I'll be back for another video very soon.